Hello, my name is Daniel Tamez, and I will be speaking about ethics in public speaking. Some of the things that we're going to go over are ethics and truth, and that goes into like what you believe in, the things that you feel are correct ethically of how you feel, as well as plagiarism. And plagiarism goes into stuff as copying things that people say, and as well as being mindful or courtesy of your audience and people around you. And in doing so, you're able to convey a proper speech. According to Stephen Lucas, the authors of The Art of Public Speaking, Chapter 2, Guidelines for Ethical Speaking, talks about plagiarism. Plagiarism is one of those things where we all thought about doing, but definitely shouldn't. Plagiarism is when you take words or phrases from somebody else, whether you heard it or read it, and say it as if it's your own words without giving credit to the original author. In doing so, something like this isn't illegal, but it is unethical. Something like this can get you in trouble or expelled from class, but not necessarily put in jail. Many people think that, oh, somebody wrote it good, so that they're going to take it and hopefully get away with it, but it's not worth it. You're not putting your own time and work into it. Something that you put all your energy and all your focus on doing and really believe in, you can create something that's brand new and inventive. Because somebody's going to come up like your teacher and look on the internet, find that not only you're going to fail, but you didn't do something that you worked hard for, and that's unethical. Telling the truth is a big one. Make sure you be completely transparent. Now, to your best ability, say the truth, nothing but the truth, and the best of the truth. Because we don't know the absolute, but we can, do our research and cite. That's why it's important to cite everything. I have a little example that I would like to show y'all. There's two circles here, and if you look closely, one is bigger than the other. If you could tell, go ahead and just make a mental note on which one is bigger. If you said that it was this colored in one, you would actually be wrong. And if you picked the one that's not colored in, you'd be wrong as well. That right there was a lie. You just believed that one was bigger because I told you that. And so will your audience. Your audience is going to believe whatever you tell them, but that's important that you don't take advantage of that. And if you do, it may be exposed later, or just in general, it's something that you don't want to do. In your public speech, if you do come out with something that's not factual and people in the audience know that, they're going to shut down and not listen to anything else that you have to say. They're going to take your word as for not meaningful or not truth. In today's day, especially like 2020, it's very important to be mindful of your audience and the people around, whether they are in person or watching it later on a video. You need to be careful with the words that you use, because people get offended in today's day, and we can't get around that. You want to steer away from words that may be demeaning or, in your mind, playful, but edgy in others. So it's best just to keep it honest, keep it clean, straightforward, and like I said, be aware of the audience that you're speaking to. Otherwise, it can end pretty badly. Another part is ethics in itself. And with that goes on not only the way you speak, but the way you present yourself. If you're being vulgar, saying words that are hurtful to other people, or racist or slurs, they're going to shut down. They're not going to like that, and you're not going to have a good speech because nobody's going to care. When you're doing your speech, it's also very important to understand that you're the one putting the time into it. So you're going to waste the audience time, of course, maybe 30 minutes to a couple hours. But for you, how long did you prepare for that speech or for that presentation? If you spend all this time and at the end you just rush it through, it's pointless because you didn't finish strong, that you wasted all your time and theirs, and it's pointless to do it. So when you do your speeches and your presentations, make sure that you actually pour your heart and soul into it. Practice before. Don't just come up and do it on the fly, because the audience will see right through that. And I guarantee you may not think that they will, but in fact they will. So it's very important to prepare and be ready for what you're about to present. It's really important to cite your sources and do your research, and not just say things that you have no idea about. One of my favorite quotes is by a man named Plato. And the quote basically says that a wise man speaks because he has something important to say, but a fool says something because he has to say something. And essentially what that means is it's somebody who who just is impulsive, that wants to say something because they need to, or because someone tells them to, or because they have that feeling. They don't really have something important to say and to grab your attention. Yet somebody that has something to say that is important, they're going to let y'all know because he feels that it's going to benefit multiple people. And that's the type of way that you want to live. You don't just want to say things because you felt like saying them. Have a reason to. Now, when it comes to ethics, everybody has their own opinions on it. Some may agree upon others, such as is cigarette smoking wrong or is it right? In other ways, it will be about religion or languages that we use, such as if it's vulgar or however we say it. But either way, it's important just to be aware of everybody in your surroundings. It's important to know your ethics as well as the ethics of your audience. Once you know that, you can find, even if you don't have the same ethics as everybody else, you can find areas that y'all do agree upon and you can emphasize on that. And once you emphasize that, you're going to grab their attention and they're going to go, okay, I believe what this guy is saying. Maybe the rest of the stuff that he says may be true as well. So it's important to know those things, emphasize those, and then include the ones that you believe are and your audience may or may not. But it's important, like I said, just to really know what they believe in. Be aware of what's going on around the world, whether that's politics, racism, however it is. You need to know what is around so you can be careful and mind your words, especially when there is an audience. Now, I can't tell you how to make a perfect speech in any way that's going to convince thousands of people because that's out of my capability. But what I can tell you is if you follow these guidelines, you're going to find yourself in a position that it almost comes naturally, that you're able to get your point across to people as well as make it convincing, because that's important. You can't just tell people things and as I said in other speeches, just all blatantly and boring or offensively. You got to make sure that you engage your audience as well as just get their feelings in it, make them live what you're living. Like I said, if you include all these things, you'll find it a lot easier, and I hope you will have as much fun as I have making these speeches, and I will continue to do so. Thank you so much for the time that you spent with me. I had a real joy in reading all the chapters and discussing it with fellow friends and family. The things that we were able to conclude is ethics and truths, as well as plagiarism, and being mindful and courtesy of others that may be in your group setting or whoever you're going to speak in front of. Thank you so much again, and have a wonderful day.